Hi. Today I want to talk to you about feed intolerance and the symptoms and signs that you may experience with that. Now, if you're very new to having a feeding tube, you're going to go through feed intolerance whether you like it or not. It is unavoidable as your body starts to adjust to having this new thing in there and the new way that you're eating and or taking in some kind of medication. For me, the feed intolerance was the heart palpitation like crazy. My stomach was hurting and I was cramping and bloating like crazy. And I had diarrhea, like chronic. You could not stop it. Imodium wasn't cutting it. Lamodal, which is a stronger version of Imodium, was not cutting it. If you're diabetic, it's even worse as you come off of your insulin and getting onto a diabetic nutrition supplement that you need to take. For me, I started out with Nestle's Isosaurus and found that wasn't working out well at all. Instead, that threw me into major hypoglycemia, and that you will experience if you are a diabetic. The other side to this is the dumping syndrome, which again is your body trying to get rid of everything as it adjusts to now having regular straight sugar and carbs that are controlled. I have switched over to Diabetosaurus through Nestle, and I have had great success with this. Another product that I did go and switch over to was the Glucerna. Unfortunately, the feed intolerance kicked in, and I couldn't tolerate it, and I needed to get off it. Make sure that you take some form of Benefiber, is what I use. You want a bulking agent that is going to help slow down the diarrhea. Now, Benefiber says that you can take it 3 times a day. Talking with my nutritionalist, we bumped it up to 4 times a day, and I have had great success. The dumping syndrome has resolved. If you have a feeding pump that you're running off of, such as myself, during the feed intolerance episodes, your heart may palpitate as long as the pump is running. So that minute the pump is on, or the 2 minutes it's on, the minute off, or I think it's actually a minute on, 2 minutes off. Yes, a minute on, 2 minutes off. As long as that's running, you're going to feel that in your heart. You're going to feel it in your stomach, and you're going to get kind of crampy and bloated, and you're just going to feel really nasty. That's because you're suffering from feed intolerance. Drop your rate down and see if that helps, or speed your rate up by 5 points. See if that helps. If you're gravity fed, slow your drip rate down. You don't want to run too fast. If you run too fast, you're going to run into a lot of problems there too. Now, as far as everything else goes, stay in close contact with your nutritionalist. Your nutritionalist is going to run you in the right direction that you need to go to, making sure that you get the right amount of calories that you need to take in a day. Do not forget to add in your free water. I cannot stress this out enough. You need to have that free water because you're only getting so much water through your liquid nutrition. Then you become dehydrated. You start up with your cramping of your muscles, and for me, I get a headache. And so therefore, I know I need to increase the fluid, and I feel a whole lot better. When you start experiencing any of these symptoms, such as, again, being fresh off the boat, going through all of these things, make sure you communicate with your doctor and your nutritionalist. I cannot stress that enough. You will either gain weight or you will lose weight depending on what things are happening and how your health is. In my case, I lost 100 pounds. Believe it or not, and it is so crazy to look back at pictures and to see how heavy I was. Thank you to the feeding tube, I'm able to take in the right amount of nutrition. I'm able to take in the right amount of liquid, of free water that I need to take. When you go out during the summertime, or you're going to be doing something where you're very active, talk to your nutritionalist about doing a 3-in-1. So 1 part of an electrolyte, Powerade, Gatorade, Body Armor. For me, I've done Pedialyte even, to 2 parts of water. That way, You mix it up in your bag, whether it's your gravity or your pump bag, you're still getting the electrolyte balance that you need to have so that everything stays even kosher. Make sure that you talk to your nutritionist about your hang time with your bags as well. Now, for me, I was told that my hang time is 12 hours. I try not to push it past 8 when I'm out in the sun. If there is a way to keep your bag cool, such as keeping it in a backpack or a cooler, for me, I've run with a backpack and have had it wrapped with some kind of a gel pack or something else, ice pack, to help keep it cool. So that way I can still be out and about and not have to worry about it. Make sure to communicate. I can't stress that enough. Communicate with your doctor, your team, and let them know how you are doing. Right now is the most stressful point in your life because you're trying to adjust. You're trying to find that right balance. Hang in there. It'll get better. It has for me, and I'm sure it'll get better for you.